Bringing a baby home for the first time is a life-changing experience. But if you've ever felt like no one warned you just how overwhelming, exhausting, and downright chaotic it would be, well, you're not alone. The Shetty No One Tells You by Dawn Deus is the brutally honest, laugh-out-loud parenting guide that first-time moms never knew they needed. Published in 2013, this book has resonated with thousands of new parents. It's not your typical baby manual filled with clinical advice. It's raw, funny, and packed with real stories from moms who've been through the trenches. With a 4.5-star rating on Amazon and over 1,000 reviews, it's clear that Deus's unfiltered take on motherhood has struck a chord. So, what makes this book stand out? Unlike traditional parenting guides that focus on milestones, feeding schedules, and sleep training, The Shot No One Tells You acknowledges the messy, emotional, and often hilarious realities of surviving the first year with a newborn. Dawn Deus isn't here to sugarcoat anything. She openly admits that parenting is a wild ride, one that often leaves you sleep-deprived, covered in spit-up, and questioning your life choices at 3 a.m. Many readers have praised the book for making them feel less alone. One reviewer on Amazon called it hilarious, an easy read, and absolutely true, while another appreciated how Deus bravely goes where other baby books don't, offering an unfiltered look at everything from breastfeeding struggles to post-baby relationship dynamics. But not everyone is on board with her approach. Some readers found the humor outweighed the practical advice, making it less useful as an actual guide. Still, if you're looking for reassurance that you're not the only mom secretly crying in the middle of the night, this book delivers. It reminds new parents that it's okay not to have it all figured out, and that sometimes all you can do is laugh through the chaos. By the way, if you're enjoying this review or any of my other book discussions, I have a surprise for you. Head over to yoursecret.net, leave your email, YouTube nickname, and write the title of the book you'd like to receive, or choose one of our inspirational quotes positive wall plaques. Every month, we randomly select the most engaged participants and deliver the prizes right to their doorstep. Don't miss your chance. The link is in the description. The emotional and psychological aspects of the decision. Navigating emotional conflicts. One of the most significant strengths of the baby decision is its acknowledgement that choosing to have children isn't just a logical decision, it's deeply emotional. Bombardieri helps readers untangle their personal feelings from external influences like family expectations, societal norms, or even fears of future regret. To guide readers through their emotional landscape, she presents interactive exercises. One of the most effective is the chair dialogue, in which individuals take turns arguing for and against having a child. This technique allows them to voice their conflicting emotions, recognize subconscious fears, and better understand their true desires. Take Rachel and Mark's story, for example. On the surface, they had a great life, successful careers, a close-knit group of friends, and plenty of freedom to travel. But when they seriously discussed parenthood, Rachel found herself unexpectedly drawn to the idea while Mark was hesitant. Through Bombardieri's exercises, they realized that Rachel's longing was largely shaped by societal expectations, while Mark's reluctance stemmed from childhood experiences rather than an actual dislike of the idea. With newfound clarity, they made a decision that felt truly right for them. Breaking myths about parenthood and child-free living. One of the most liberating aspects of the baby decision is how it challenges common misconceptions about both having children and choosing a child-free life. Bombardieri encourages readers to let go of limiting beliefs, such as having children is the only way to experience unconditional love and fulfillment. A child-free life is selfish and lonely. People regret not having children more than they regret having them. A perfect example is Julia's story. She grew up in a traditional family where motherhood was seen as an essential life milestone. In her early 40s, she constantly faced pressure from relatives, making her feel guilty for not having children. However, after using Bombardieri's future visualization exercise, where she imagined two parallel lives, one with children and one without, Julia found that her deepest fulfillment came from creativity, travel, and close friendships, not parenthood. This realization freed her from guilt and allowed her to embrace her decision with confidence. Making a decision that feels right. Bombardieri emphasizes that there is no universal right decision, only what feels right for each individual. To help readers move forward with clarity, she introduces the 5-year experiment, postponing a decision while actively engaging in experiences that simulate both parenthood and child-free living. This method helps individuals explore how each path truly feels without committing prematurely. Another key takeaway is that emotions often outweigh logic in the final decision. Take Emma's story. Logically, she knew she could handle motherhood. She was financially stable and had a supportive partner. Yet, every time she imagined herself as a parent, she felt overwhelmed and anxious. Through the book's exercises, she realized her resistance wasn't fear, but an authentic preference for a child-free life. By separating societal pressure from personal truth, Bombardieri empowers readers to trust their instincts and make a choice they won't regret. Decision-making, regret prevention, and long-term fulfillment are the 6 types of decisions. One of the most eye-opening sections of The Baby Decision is Bombardieri's breakdown of how people arrive at their choices about parenthood. She categorizes decisions into 2 main types, growth-based and fear-based. The 3 growth-based decisions: conscious parenthood, a well-thought-out choice to have a child, despite uncertainties; conscious child-free living, a confident decision to build a fulfilling life without children; intentional postponement, deliberately delaying the decision while actively exploring both possibilities. The 3 fear-based decisions: accidental parenthood, letting circumstances decide by failing to plan; passive avoidance, repeatedly postponing the decision without real exploration; chronic indecision, staying in a state of uncertainty due to fear or external pressure. A great example of this framework in action is Tom and Leah's story. For years, they avoided the conversation, always saying, "Maybe someday." That someday came unexpectedly when Leah became pregnant. Instead of panicking, they used the book's exercises to assess whether they were making a decision based on fear or growth. Leah realized that while family expectations had influenced her, she truly wanted to be a mother. Tom admitted his reluctance stemmed from childhood trauma but was open to therapy. With time and self-awareness, they embraced parenthood with intention, rather than falling into it by default. Long-term happiness and regret prevention. One of the book's strongest messages is that no decision, having children or not, should be made out of fear of regret. Bombardieri introduces strategies to help readers feel secure in their choice, including keeping a future you journal, writing letters to your future self to document your thoughts and emotions about the decision over time, interviewing parents and child-free individuals, gaining firsthand insights from those who have already chosen a path, reevaluating priorities regularly, understanding that desires evolve, and giving yourself permission to change. For instance, Ethan's story explores an alternative route to parenthood. After years of struggling with infertility, he and his partner chose adoption. Initially, Ethan worried he wouldn't feel as connected to an adopted child as he would to a biological one. But Bombardieri's perspective helped him shift his mindset. 2 years after adopting his daughter, he realized that love had nothing to do with genetics. His bond with her was just as deep and meaningful. Alternative paths and non-traditional parenting. The book also explores paths outside of the traditional nuclear family model. Bombardieri highlights options like later in life parenthood, raising an only child, adoption and foster care, single parenting by choice, co-parenting with a friend. Each of these options comes with unique challenges and rewards, and the book helps readers consider whether any of these non-traditional routes align with their personal values. Final thoughts. At its core, The Baby Decision is not about convincing readers to have children or remain child-free. It's about empowerment. Bombardieri gives readers the tools to reflect, explore, and arrive at a choice that feels authentic and fulfilling. Whether you decide to become a parent or embrace a child-free life, this book ensures that your choice is made with clarity, confidence, and self-awareness. And now, as promised, here's how you can win a free copy of The Baby Decision or another book from my reviews. Like this video if you enjoyed the review. Comment below with the title of a book you've read or want me to review next. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future reviews. And most importantly, visit yoursecret.net. Leave your email, YouTube nickname, and choose your prize. Either one of 5 books or one of 5 inspirational quotes, positive wall plaques. Every month, we randomly select the most engaged viewers who've completed all the steps and send them the books or gifts they love, right to their doorstep. So, what are you waiting for? Good luck. And while you're hitting that like button, I'm off to read the next book and prepare another review. See you soon.